everyone, it's Krista here with Earth Bites and your weekly garden tour. This week I'm here with Shadow. Hi, Shadow. And we're going to be checking out the garden. The veggies are popping up with all the warm weather and rain, and the flowers are doing really well as well, inviting all the pollinators we love into the garden. We're also going to look at the transplants to see how they are doing from when we planted them last week. And we have some students in the garden this week, so we'll be working with them to do some of the garden maintenance. All right, let's get started. One of the classes built some bird feeders to put outside. You can tell that there have been some birds that have been picking away at them. So it's nice to see some food out for the birds. During the rain, the California poppies fold up on themselves. Once the sun comes out at some point this week, they'll be opened up and saying hello to the sun. But for now, they still look beautiful with their orange color, and the lupin is looking so lovely as well, inviting pollinators into the garden. Here's the corn we planted last week. It's doing quite well. It does like warm weather, so once the nights get warmer, it'll start growing up a lot faster. And over there we have some squash that were planted recently. They're from a family that was part of the Grow at Home project, so thank you so much for bringing those in. They're looking quite happy, and we're looking forward to them growing strong and giving us some squash. Today we planted some cucumbers in the garden bed. Cucumbers tend to either grow up a trellis or throughout the garden, so they'll need a little bit of space to grow along the garden bed unless we build a trellis for them. This is our garden bed with the bush beans that we planted last week. Most of them look really good, but there are a few that have been taken down by what looks like a cutworm. You can see the stem here and the rest of it's over here. The cutworm comes out at night and just basically cuts the stem down and kills the plant. So in cases like this, you can't salvage the plant, and the best thing to do is to try and dig around the soil. They don't live very far underneath, so you can gently turn the soil and you'll probably find it. Here's our bed with the pak choi lettuce and kale. It's doing so well this week, and it is definitely ready for some harvesting, which we'll do today. We will probably give it to families at the school as we have students back at school, and suggest that they can make kale chips. They can fry up the pak choi with garlic and have some delicious salads with the lettuce. Here's our carrots. As you can see, some people think that they're ready. We've had some people pull them up, but you'll see by the size of the carrot that it is not ready yet, so give it a few more weeks, everyone. The size of the greens does not indicate how big it is, and if it's ready for harvesting. To do that, you'll want to put your finger down around the edge of the carrot and look around it, and if you feel the collar of the carrot, which we don't here, then you'll know that it's ready for harvesting. This ruby chard is such a beautiful vegetable. We like to cook it up with stir fries, as it is a nice leaf that has that is a little thicker and has lots of texture. Here are the peas that are growing. We still have people who are coming and picking off the tops of the peas. So we don't have a lot of peas that we can eat at the moment, but the plant overall is looking quite healthy. Thanks everyone for joining me on the tour this week. We've had a great day looking at what's growing in the garden, and Shadow's been a big help eating some of the grass. We'll see you again next week for another tour. Until then, happy gardening.